So we're at Denmark last weekend, and we don't know who offended those at the airport because it was a little drama. We had to move to the Frankfurt airport to get our flight because it was cancelled in Düsseldorf. Anyway, it was an opportunity to see this nice model, really beautiful. I don't even know what the model is for, but it was really nice and just had to video it. Okay, so we finally made our way to Copenhagen, and this place is just lovely. The people are so nice. The trains are a lot different because it's a lot bigger than what we have in Germany. And then we saw this. I was like, is this not Ludo? I'm seeing like this abyss. My eyes paining me like, what's going on? But that was really cool. The map was really nice. It was a great experience to have. And I saw Ghana must go. I'm like, guys, what's going on? The city is really cool with lots of bicycles, and they are really, really big on going green. So they have lots of charging stations. So we went to the Denmark National Aquarium. It was such a lovely place to be in, but it was really expensive. Each person had to pay 120 Danish krones, 120 I think, or 126. I can't actually remember now, but I think 120. But you have to pay for this online before you get here. So this place is divided into 3 sections, and this is the first area. Here you find the animals and fishes and all that stuff that you can find in the northern lakes and seas. It's super, super beautiful, I'm telling you guys, because when you walk around, the whole place is really, really immersive. Now, when you are on the way, you can see all the different fishes, odd-looking animals, and they're all written on the tiny screen just beside them. You can get all the information that you need to get about the different things that you see. And on the left is the area where you can go touch like the fishes if you want to touch them by hand. And on the walls, they also have some more information concerning the different animals that are there in their different habitats and why they are put the way they are put in the place. And it was really nice to see. So we're just going around, and we noticed this small cubicle thingy with these really, really cute swimming animals. At first I was like, what are these? Are these penguins or what? But they are not. They are sea cutlets. I think that's what it's called. And I was like, these guys are just living the life, man. These guys are just chilling. Like, this life is just to just come and be enjoying, because what's all this? Shall not consider being something else, because this human life is just stressful for nothing. But these guys are really cool to watch. Now, being in this area, being in this aquarium scene, you pay for certain length of time. You're not there like the whole day. You spend 3 hours per time slot that you have, and you have to leave. Like, once your time is up, you guys have to move out for the next set of people to come in. So we continue walking around because we have to catch up with our money before the Monday time gets exhausted. Actually, I didn't remember to start making this video until I had gone somewhere else entirely. Before I remember, I'll tell you guys when I get to the point. Before I remembered, I was like, guys, I need to go back and record this thing, because I usually go somewhere and I just, try to enjoy the place and not remember to make videos. Anywho, I was passing by and I saw this fish thing. I was like, what is going on here? Is this not cote fish that I'm looking at like this? I had to zoom in properly to see. This is like cote that means Titus fish or something. Hey, if something just goes on in this aquarium, if I just catch this fish, roast it back, it is because they are looking quite familiar. Some of the fishes are looking a little bit familiar. Some are looking like really, really odd. But anywho, we keep moving. Now, this section was really fully dedicated to eels. So on the walls, you have lots of things concerning information about the eels, their living style, how they breed, how they, multiply, how they grow, how they survive, and all of that. And it was really, really cool to go through all of this. Now, in the cubicles, you have TVs that you can go into this place and just sit down and listen to information about the different animals. So you have these little cubicles at different points, and you can get the information that you need, really. And even on the screens as well, you can find the information for the different things that you can see, and you can play an audio that tells you, that gives like a story behind the whole thing. We also talked about the dirt in the sea, and some really, 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 really cool animals that I haven't seen before. I'm like, guys, the sea is really rich, So many things that goes on under the water that we're not that we are oblivious of, but it's super interesting to get like a feel of what it's like. Now we move on to the second part of this this aquarium, this national aquarium thing. Now this is the area for the tropical lakes and seas and stuff. So these are more things towards the tropical region and all. And this was a bit more familiar, I guess, because most of the animals, most of the fishes here, they felt a bit more familiar, at least to me. Maybe not to every other person, but to me, they felt a bit more familiar. The environment felt a bit more familiar. It was generally a bit warmer than the other areas of the aquarium. I think it was intentional, of course, to give this perception of, of the tropical region. And then I saw this fish. I'm like, this guy, why do you have Ogo like this? The guy said, is this your Ogo that is making you just looking very moody? And why the other fishes are looking like they're smiling and going on over? And this one is just feeling posh, just feeling proud. This one is looking like Titus fish. He's just feeling proud. He's just swimming with too much guy. Anywho, we keep moving. Now I realize that some of the fishes, I don't know, it seems like you can find them in so many other places, or probably they are just similar. Because now we could see this one in the tropical field, but we saw something similar in the other area. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my mind, or maybe I'm just thinking things. Anyway, now we keep moving. I found that there was a way to where they call the tropical rainforest. So we went towards the tropical rainforest. And I have to tell you, man, as soon as we just stepped into this place, I was like, this place is smelling like my village. Like it was just smelling village. And the air was smelling really damp, with moist soil, with everywhere wet. The floor is wet. The dead leaves, smell of dead leaves. I could even hear the sound of water, the sound of the animals, the crickets. Like, it was really, really cool. Like, they did a really good job to simulate what a tropical forest looks and feels like. I was like, see me, I paid money to enter bush. I paid money to walk around bush. I paid money to see monkeys. Unbelievable. But it was cool anyway, because, and by the way, while I was saying my mind, I paid money to do this, I paid money to do that. As soon as other people were like, oh wow, this is cool, I'm like, me too, I have to say my own wow, because I have already paid the money, so I can't waste the the expression. I have to say, oh really, this is good. But yeah, I followed everybody. I was wowing. I was saying, oh, nice, wonderful, and all of that. After I lost my money, nobody's going to come and be taking my wow from me. But it was really cool to see how much work was put into simulating this whole environment. Even with the sun, this sun that you can see is not real. It's largely from the lights that was installed. It was really, really well done. So it gives you the illusion of, sunlight going through the bushes, and all of that. Really cool. And they have the lights that takes care of the plants, of course, to give them the nutrients they would have been getting from outside naturally. So they're able to take care of all of that. And even the sound of water, like you could hear water running. Even though you can see where the water drops, like a few places where there's water and all of that, but it wasn't as much as you could hear it. So these sounds were amplified by some other means, I guess, by speakers. And then from time to time, they try to make like some noise or something moving through the bushes, so the animals can also move around, like maybe run, maybe there's a predator or something, just to give them the illusion that they are still inside the real bush that they were supposed to be in, I know. I think they really did a fantastic job with this place, really. Because a lot of these things, you can already, like this place where you can see this water, you could see the larger part of it when you go downstairs. And you can see all of these things through a wider glass, looking at it like it's a different place entirely. Meanwhile, when you come up here, you can then see like it's just a small lake, And it was really cool. I think they did a really, really fantastic job with recreating the whole feeling and achieving the sensation that comes with being in the bush, So we left that place because I'm like, it's okay, let's be going. I've seen enough bush for now. So just like we have in other places, I should go along the different stations. You can see all the different fishes, get information about their different how they live, and how they survive in all the different so I told you of the place that you can see at the top and still see it at the bottom. So this is one of it. So here you can see what happens underneath, but when you're up above, you can see like it's just a lake, like a small lake. And these guys, they're just chilling. Like, you guys are just chilling. They're not running anywhere. Nobody's chasing them. People are living the life in this aquarium. Like, they're not struggling for food. They're not struggling for anything. God has really blessed you. Like, seriously. Okay, so in few of these places, I think the team was made to look and feel like you're really, really bottom underneath the sea, because in those kind of areas they are really, really super dark. So I want to imagine that they try to simulate when you are much, much farther down the depth of the sea, which is really cool, really, really interesting. So we're out of this second section, and the third section is the ocean. The ocean, it was really, 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 really nice. It's my favorite section because a lot of things, they tried to bring a lot of things to life as much as possible. They were much more graphic here, so you could see a lot more simulation, a lot more figures and wax figures to try to give you a feel of the real thing, even though of course it's not. And we had lots of more information on the walls or like the other places, and you had bigger screens, so the fish areas were a lot more bigger. I would understand that makes sense, because here you had much more things to show beyond the fishes. You had some other, some plants that live underneath the water, and all of that. So it was really, 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 really cool. For me, the nicest thing to see was some of these things are looking like, these things that when you won't go in the bushes, you can peel them off the wood. I don't know what they are called, and I don't know how come I didn't eventually find out what they are, but it was really nice to see. I felt like putting my hand into it and just peeling it off. And these wax figures were really super, super realistic, These guys were really good with the detailing that they were able to put into these figures. Like, I mean, guys, if this thing is inside water, I'll run away. I think it's a real thing. I think it's a real thing. It's cool. I will want to visit here again, because the whole experience was wonderful. And even though we had just limited time, so I couldn't stay one place and really enjoy that one place completely, because I wanted to see every place before leaving. And 3 hours is not so much. It's not enough, in my opinion, to be able to go through the whole place, read everything properly. I'm not going to write an exam after doing this. So I wasn't really interested in reading everything. I was just more interested in just, seeing the animals and just enjoying the experience, not necessarily learning to know what the names of the animals, the names of the fishes, and all of that. And look at this turtle, guys. It looks really, 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 really nice. Wonderful. So we kept going through all of these places. And from time to time, we stopped to, read some. Let's not be like, we're just passing by. This man of God is just there blocking my video. So I really preferred this place beyond the other places, because we had more. So I told you there are a lot more figures here. And even on the walls, you can see that some of the fishes were actually mounted. You can see how they look and feel. And beyond just seeing their pictures, you can have like a 3D perception of the animal. Oh my God, this thing is not easy. Okay, so we kept going, and then we got to the point where we found the somewhat like it's somewhat like moving through the ocean bed, something like that. I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but it was really, really nice to be in. Now look at this. This was just a beauty. But at the time when I was recording this, at this point, I don't know what the fishes just went through. They just decided to run away. Well, just a little bit of just few fishes that I could see I don't know where they ran to. Like, why? Now I'm re-recording. They decided to run away. But this was really nice to see, you know. And like I said, you will still see this on the other side. Like the architecture here was really, really good. And I'm sure very, very complex to achieve, I would imagine. And this is really good. Even the lighting to give you that feel of being underwater. I know it was super cool. Now, what we have just seen on the tunnel thing, this is a part of it outside, so you can see clearly. You can see more of the fishes through this area. You know, if you don't want to be inside that tunnel and all of that, you can see it better here. Sometimes they just show up like so many, and then sometimes they just disappear. When I didn't remember to record, there are plenty now. There are just a few of them. And I saw this fish, I was like, this fish must be an amebo fish. It must be an apricot fish, because what does it have? Why is his mouth wide like that? Because that's the only reason why the mouth is wide. It talks too much inside this water. It be talking pro. That's why. That's why his mouth is wide like that. Like, what? Anywho, this was really cool to see. Now, let's keep moving on to other places. Normal, like I said, on every section, you find the corner where you can go and touch the fishes, and that's what we have on this section. And here, this glass was not completely cut off. I don't know why. So it almost looks like you can put your hand inside here. And this tortoise was just chilling. It was like, is it tortoise or a turtle? It was just chilling here, like it didn't have any problems. So these fish are not, we're not threatening. Just like out there, they chill. No, nothing. Enjoyment. Enjoyment to not kill some people. Okay. Nobody will tell me that this is not bunga fish, because if you just dry it, damn, bunga fish is ready. Like, really nice. Okay. So I just walked around because it's almost the same concept as you go through. You see all the fishes and you have the information on the side of the fishes. Like, look at this. Babakuba. Yes, a fish used to call Babakuba. This is the fish. Okay. So, like I said, in different sections, you have like some areas where you have like really tiny little bitty fishes. And then you have the areas where you have like the really massive, really big ones. But I don't know why there are some big ones here. And I thought our time is up, but let's start going. And I was there going. Now, going out of the place, you find that you can buy some souvenirs, you know, to tell them that, see, guys, I went to the aquarium. This is all we got, you know, just to prove that we went to the aquarium. It was really nice. The souvenir shop wasn't as expensive as I would have imagined. But yeah, it was a little expensive, and some African fabrics as well. This is really strange African things I'm seeing along the way. Basically that was it with this aquarium, and we're out of here. Thank you guys. I'll see you in another video. Do have a fantastic day. Bye.